I didn't like it. I'm just here to, tell you guys my experience with it. Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video, and yeah, so let me start with my excuses. I was working a lot, school, a wife, my house requires cleaning, I got sick 1 week. It doesn't really matter what my excuse is. All that matters is it's been a while. But my biggest thing was my iMovie. Like, I would make a video. Like, I've done 2 videos and I tried to upload them, but my iMovie was acting crazy, so it wouldn't like process it or something. I don't know, it was being crazy, and I was like messing with it for like 2 days and it wouldn't do it, so I just gave up on it. So let me just get down to what this video is going to be about. My birth control, which was the Implanon. It's when I first got it, it seemed like quick and easy, because when I went to the doctor's office, I planned on getting the Paragard because it was no hormones and it was the IUD, so I was just like, whatever, I'll get that because it's quick and easy, or not necessarily quick and easy, but it seemed better for me because it didn't have hormones in it, and that's the main thing that I wanted to get out of my birth control. Anyways, when I got there, like the day before my period had started, so when I got there, the doctor talked me into the Implanon. And since I had started my period, I was just like, why not? I'll do it, whatever. She kind of briefly went over it with me, and I knew it was the wrong decision because when I was planning on getting the Paragard, I had did research on it for a month, so that like before I went in to get it, so that I knew that was the one that I wanted. So I go in there and I get the freaking Implanon because she talked me into it. Basically, all the questions that I had, she quickly answered them. But I know if I would have done like hard research on it, I would have been able to find out this information myself, and I wouldn't have allowed her to talk me into something that I really didn't want. My biggest concern with the birth control, or with any birth control, was weight gain. Like, we all know that the Depo shot causes you to gain weight. Like, I've known that since I was 18 to never get the Depo shot because that one causes you to gain weight. I'm today 25, so I already knew Depo shot was out the window. And I asked her, does it cause weight gain? And her answer to me was no. She said that some women do gain weight on it, but it's not like a drastic amount. It may be like 10 pounds, and to me 10 pounds is a lot, but it's not like crazy like how the Depo shot people gain like 30 pounds on it. So I was just like, okay, because she was like, yeah, it's a small percentage of the women who gain weight on this, like it's very uncommon, blah blah blah, whatever. So I get the Implanon, and the last time I came to you guys, okay, I'll just say I weigh more now than I did after I had my son. After I had Mason, before I wanted to get the Implanon, I had got down to 178. So when I had him, I was 198, and I got down to 178. Like, the weight was just coming off. And then I went and got the Implanon, and my weight was creeping back up, but it wasn't like a big deal to me until I got to 190 pounds. And I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. Mind you, it only took like 2 months for me to get from 178 to 190, and I thought it was strange. So I had went to the doctor for an unrelated reason, and he asked me about my weight, and I was just like, I don't know, I really am just gaining weight. I eat good. I don't eat a lot. I don't pig out. I don't really eat fast food. So I was like, I don't know why I'm gaining weight, but I'm gaining weight. And he asked me what my birth control was, and I told him it was an Implanon. He was like, that's why you're gaining weight. And I was like, what? He was like, I'm pretty sure that's the reason you're gaining weight. He was like, you need to get it taken out as soon as possible. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I made an appointment. It took a whole month for Women's Health to book me an appointment to take this thing out my arm. I'll show you the scar. That's the scar on my arm that's left after they took it out. And you may not be able to tell from the video, but it's a little raised. It's like a bump that's left. It's a scar. But I'm known to scar or keloid, so it's not really a big deal. I'm really glad it's out. But needs to say, I had went back to the doctor for a follow-up appointment because I had got sick and they put me on some meds and stuff. So I went back pretty much so they can clear me so I can do my job. And the doctor, he had asked me, and well, because he was asking like, are you on any medications and stuff like that? And I was like, well, I'll take a multivitamin. And at the time I was taking fish oil, but I stopped taking it because like when you burp, it makes that fish taste. So I stopped taking that. And he was like, well, what about your birth control? I was like, oh, I'm on an Implanon. He was like, you might want to get that removed. He was like, I was like, why would you say that? Like, I already had an idea why, but I just wanted to know his opinion. And he was like, well, have you had any trouble with weight gain? And I was like, actually, I have. It's funny that you would say that because someone else had, another doctor here told me the same thing. He was like, yeah, you need to get it removed if you want to lose weight. Otherwise, your body's going to continue to fight the hormone. So pretty much my body wasn't adjusting. I had got up to 200 pounds on the Implanon. And since I got it removed, it's been about a month. I've lost 5 pounds, so now I'm at 195. It did hurt. Actually, when I got it put in, I had got a big bruise on my arm, like a really big bruise. But when I got it taken out, it was a small bruise, but it really was like a hole in my arm. It was a hole. Could I recommend this to someone else? No. Only because, so when I went to go get it taken out, the doctor asked me like, you know, what's the reason for you getting it removed? And I was like, well, I was recommended from Flight Med to have it removed because it's causing me to gain all this weight. And she was like, oh yeah, that's common. And I'm like, how is this common knowledge to everybody except for the doctor who put it in my arm? And I specifically asked her, would this make me gain weight? And she told me no. And to me, like, I just was infuriated that she would know that it causes people to gain weight and then would still put it in my arm. Like, she talked me into it because I really wanted the Paragard. So whatever. It's out now and I'm moving on with my life, but I just would like to warn people that you may want to stray from the implant because I was told by the doctor who removed it that it's very similar to the Depo. So people, they take the Depo shot and they get like 3 shots a year and it causes them to gain weight. And the implant is the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just they put it in your arm for 3 years and it stays there for 3 years. That's the only difference. Is it goes in your arm for 3 years and the Depo shot is like you get a series of shots throughout the year. But it's the same thing, same effects. I would just be cautious. If you want to get it because it's not an IUD, by all means get it, especially if you're a woman who have no issues with weight. If you are a woman who have had weight issues in the past or has to watch what she eats or has to work out to make sure that your body stay looking right, especially after having kids, I would stay away from the implant just as you would stay away from the Depo shot. When I had the IUD Mirena, it's actually the same hormone, but I was told that it affects your body differently because of its placement. So the shots go into your arm, the implant goes into your arm. It's like the immediate into your bloodstream type thing, I guess, is what he was saying. And the IUD is placed in your cervix, so it affects your body differently, which is why I didn't gain weight on the Mirena. The only thing is I have really bad cramps when I had it. Do more research on it before you put yourself in a situation where you're gaining all this weight, and it takes about a month for it to, or 2 weeks for it to leave your system. So I would just be careful with the implant. Just do your research, and if you don't research it before you go to the doctor to get it, don't get it. If they like suggest, like if you research a specific birth control that you want and they try to push on you something else that's quick and easy, like easier to do, I would either A, say no and press with whatever you were going to do, or B, go home, research it, make your decision before you get a birth control. And you should do that with any birth control that you get. You just research it, see what other people had to say about it before you go ahead and do it. It's with anything. It's like if you buy a treadmill, you want to know that it's not a crappy treadmill, so you want to research it and see all the reviews on it before you buy it. It's the same thing with your birth control. You just need to make sure there's not something that's going to make your hormones go crazy and make you gain a whole bunch of weight. And that's a lesson learned for me, because I actually tried to be proactive and research the birth control that I wanted to get, and then I let somebody talk me into something else because I trusted their judgment as a healthcare provider. Can't always trust people. So with that being said, I guess I gave away my weight. I'm 195 pounds. But I will continue to come back and make videos. Be here with me. Things are getting better actually. I'm getting into like more of a groove, because my last job and my last assignment is completely different. Here I'm like, I have so much more responsibility and so much more going on at work than I did like ever in my career. I'm getting into a groove and I'm learning this new environment. In Florida, it's hot as hell and humid. We were supposed to go to the beach today and we couldn't even make it. It was 88 degrees outside. And I know I sound ungrateful because when it was snowing, I was mad. But this heat make you even madder. And hopefully my iMovie doesn't crap out on me. And I will see everybody later. Bye guys.